Okie pokey pokey dokey. I fucking what? Hold on. I get wait. Get no. Let me reset myself. I'm pressing the wrong set of buttons. There we go. Making sure I gotta do a couple things. They've been showcasing fishing in Fallout 76 for the last fucking 24 minutes. It's been kind of like, I guess, a vibe, but fuck, fuck. Let me make sure everything's working correctly. Okay, we got opera, and I don't need sounds. Oh boy. Hey, it's almost 1 p.m. I'm up. Amazing. Spectacular. Wonderful. I should. But yeah, they just been showing this like for the last 28 minutes. It's fucked up. Hello, Lala. Also, I'm tired. I didn't get a lot of good sleep last night. By that I mean I woke up like nearly every hour because my brain was like Microsoft event. And I don't know why. I'm like, oh shit. Boop doop 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 boop. Hello, Countism. Fuck off. Hmm. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I beat long game 12 times to truly competed. Wow. I spent my weekend partially playing fucking World just to make sure that I still feel the same way about it as I did when I streamed it. And I kind of still do. Maybe I'm less angry at it, but I still kind of feel like, man, I really don't like racing to the next track. Because I feel like a lot of those tracks, a lot of the roads don't feel as fun or interesting as the tracks themselves. Oh boy. I also booted up fucking. Oh god. Thanks, thanks Microsoft. Gotta wake everybody up. U.S. and Canada. And here's the rest of the world. Ain't good. We. It's just started. Accountism. Um. Here's the Outer Worlds 2. You can see more after the showcase. Am I going to do it? No. I played like a portion of Outer Worlds and then just fucked off.
Care that the colony is in disarray? We didn't come to Arcadia to get bogged down
I meant
in
the whole
pointless
week.
warfare.
There was a lot of games that Sony showed that was third party that were pretty interesting, but I can't remember them at right this second. And then Resident Evil 9 got announced.
And they think they can just choose how things play out.
But that's about the only good thing out of the Jeff event was Resident Evil 9.
Brainwashing technology, which we need to improve our market share. What if this stranger aligned with the Order and that world computer of theirs? That could be the key to closing the rifts that threaten the colonies. So, you see why this menace must be wiped from the face of existence. Or, better yet, brought to our side through the power of capitalism. Now, let's get out there and buy our way to victory!
No Knack Definitive Edition remake? No.
And yearning for you. My heart and red and
Early Hello Fox, not Frog. But yeah, it's an early stream because I wanted to watch the Microsoft show. And trying to remember the fact that like I started this first game and just didn't have the ability to really care about finishing it. Though I think I got it because I started playing it because I had like a month of Game Pass, and so I'm like, well, let me just look at it.
maybe
Glowy. Why didn't I remove Glowy? Oh, I kept it as Summer Game Fest. This is Microsoft. Xbox. Showcase. I mean, I guess it's also still part of Summer Game Fest. I'm gonna beat.
An adventure made for capitalism by capitalism. Inflate our impressions and egos by staying tuned after the showcase.
I gotta remember to take those two off. Play day one on Game Pass. Make sure that it never gets money.
World premiere.
Because, fuck. That's the reason why it doesn't get any money.
What's wrong?
I'm sorry. I've just been so depressed lately.
You know, it would fix everything. Humanzapro.
Oh, fuck you! It's High on Life. I knew it as soon as I saw the fucking commercial, and I'm like, oh, this seems like that fucking High on, like, whatever, High on blah. It's really funny because I've heard that, like, even after What's-His-Face got, like, canceled Justin Roiland, and they, like, fired him from this company, the DLC for the game, which was made after him leaving, just fucking sucked even worse somehow. I barely got any sleep last night.
Yeah, humans are barely sentient. Scientists have done studies, and their brains are like half the size of ours.
I don't know why you would do this. Oh no. You need a nap. I will probably take a nap after this. Because as I said, I kept waking up like every hour.
World premiere.
But you never know, maybe after Microsoft's Game Showcase, I will feel something. In-engine footage, which means absolutely jack and shit. Rome. No, this doesn't look like Tomb Raider. As far as I can tell. They didn't do the Eidos Montreal. And they're showing no gameplay, they're just showing in-engine bullshit. Which means nothing. Like, I'm sorry, in-engine means nothing. They mean overproduced cutscenes. They mean... What did it... Like, yeah. Okay, it's Plague Tale. Which is once again why I never played in Plague Tale games, so I would not have any idea about anything within of it. I know there's rats. Oh hey, it's the room from the Christian Bale Batmans. Are they announcing their fucking Microsoft handheld that nobody will play? I thought they said they were going like they're just going to refocus upon other efforts. Like partnering of like Asus ROG. Actually, I think this is an Asus ROG ally. Yeah, it's a ROG. Okay. Jump back into Silksong. There it is. There it is. There's your Silksong, everybody. Get excited. Get excited. You got to see Silksong. Silksong showed back up at a Microsoft event. Does everybody need to switch like... Well, here's the thing. This one is just like... Just the ROG ally. It gets to use PC Game Pass. That's it. Like, this is an Xbox. Yeah, it is an Xbox, isn't it? Like everything's an Xbox. My fucking PS5 is an Xbox. Didn't you know that?
At Xbox, we strive to put the player first. And that's what you've seen from us over the years. We've led
Why
the
don't you make
industry
good
with backward
games then?
compatibility. We championed crossplay and cross-progression. We deliver Game Pass, first on console, then on PC, and with cloud gaming.
And
so
then
what's next? How can we give you even more freedom, more choice, more ways
multi-platform.
to play? Our next step is to unify your gaming no matter where you buy or play. So we're building an Xbox experience designed for players, not locked to a single store or tied to one device. The Xbox Ally is an Xbox you can hold in your hands.
It's a ROG ally. You did
Xbox
nothing
and the
but
freedom of
added
Windows.
your own branding
On this Xbox,
and
you can play games across your entire library, including all the Windows PC game stores, from Xbox and Battle.net to Steam, GOG, and Ubisoft Connect.
But that's how
And
fucking the
the
ROG
highly
ally
anticipated
currently
Hollow Knight
works.
Silksong will be available at launch and in Game Pass when the Ally releases later this year. In fact, every new game you see in today's show will be playable on the Xbox Ally.
Yeah, this is
We
the
have
thing.
always
It's like
wanted you to
it
have a
already
unique
exists. You can
experience
go
with
out and
Xbox
buy a
on
ROG
any
ally
screen.
right this second and
That's
have
why
the
we're
exact
investing
same
in Xbox
experience.
Play
Oh
Anywhere.
my fucking god.
Whether you're playing on
Oh,
console,
this ROG
PC,
ally can
Smart
use,
TV,
you
or
know,
any
fucking
Windows handheld
Xbox,
like the new Xbox
whatever.
Ally.
It's like,
Xbox
yeah, because the ROG
experience
ally
grows
uses
with
fucking
your
Windows
library,
as like its
progression, friends, and
OS.
achievements. There are over 1,000 Xbox
Unless
Play Anywhere games
the whole
on
point
Xbox
of this
today.
one is
And
that
every
it
new
has
game
a
you see in
very
today's show
slim
from our
OS
partners
so that
and
it
our
doesn't
studios
shit its
is
pants.
Xbox Play Anywhere.
Hey, did you know that you
And
can
because
actually
it's
kind of
Xbox,
install
you can
SteamOS
always
on
have
True
access
ROG
to Game
Ally,
Pass.
and it
There's a
fucking
diverse
works
lineup
a
of
lot
games from the
better
biggest
because Windows is a
franchises
piece
to
of shit?
critically acclaimed indie hits. This is the freedom we believe players
Is mayonnaise
should
an
have.
Xbox too?
Any
Yes.
game,
Mayo
anywhere.
is an
And
Xbox,
we
so
are giving it our
count as
all every day to make this vision real. But it all comes back to the games. From Dead to Rights on the original Xbox to Armored Core 6, our relationship with Bandai Namco Entertainment has stood the test of time. We both believe in bringing amazing experiences to players around the world, and their next game does exactly that. From Rebel Wolf Studio, This is a story-rich action RPG steeped in dark fantasy.
You know what?
and
I don't
can't wait
care.
for you to explore.
Fuck you.
Thank you, and enjoy the
Thought
rest of the
about
show.
killing myself.
Once again, in-engine footage means nothing. Wow! All of those fucking randomizations and I come back as the same person.
Monsters have always been
Amazing,
here.
amazing, 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 amazing.
Watching from the shadows. And when we were at our weakest, they came out into the light.
Vampire.
We feared for our lives. But we should have feared for our souls instead. The vampires didn't come to kill us. No, they came to rule. To turn us into mindless, docile cattle. Not me, though. They tried to change me into one of them. But I became something else instead. Their worst nightmare.
It was like Blade. White Blade.
A Dawnwalker.
Yeah, Dampier.
Trapped between the two worlds. Fighting to even the score. Fighting to understand the evil behind it all. He is out there watching, seeping into you, growing.
In 2026, the world will need what it fears. Wow. That's fine. Play anywhere. Play on the Aces Rock Ally. Blah, 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 blah. Wow. I'm glad that the ad break happened there. World premiere. Hey, you know, it'd be really fun. No. Okay, it's a Meat Boy. Okay. A 3D Meat Boy game. Wow. I can't believe they actually decided to do Meat Boy. You know what? Super Meat Boy was pretty fun. But also, it's been like how many years?
Super Meat Boy 3D.
Hey, actually, I have noticed something. I've noticed something. Okay, anytime they're showing games, they're also using the PS5 logo. Like, usually when you have these events, you don't showcase your competitors.
I'll kill the Dark Dragon myself.
Oh yeah, Ninja Gaiden 4.
My duty as a Raven Ninja.
Usually you don't show your competitors. You just kind of show yourself, even like if it's a third-party game that's coming to other platforms. Sony does that. Nintendo does that. Like this, I just realized that with this, I'm like, wait a second. Yeah, they're totally embracing, like, yeah, everything is multi-plat. I can't wait for them to announce a Halo game at this show, and then it's like, PS5. And then you just kind of go, yeah, that's the moment that you knew it was over. Even more so than Gears of War coming to PS5. Because reminder, Gears of War he comes to PS5. Xbox is meaningless to Microsoft. It kind of was up until they bought Activision for like $70 billion, and then like Microsoft looked at it and go, okay, now we just spent $70 billion. You need to earn back your money. And everybody, and like Xbox Division was like, what do you mean we need to earn back our money? We haven't been earning back any of our money for like years because of Game Pass. And thus the multi-platform. Because being honest, Xbox used to be like a fucking rounding error in Microsoft's expenses up until the Activision thing. Let's get into judgment. Yeah. Well, yes. I mean, nobody likes 4 and 5. Oh, I guess you're getting DLC for the Great Circle. Remember, this game came out.
Here we go.
Good luck, Indy.
It also came out on PS5. A new adventure begins in DLC land.
This is where it starts. Beneath the streets of Rome.
Have Indiana Jones fuck some girl
the
so
city of
that
Antioch.
the Shia LaBeouf will
And
happen.
a secret relic. Bring it back to the Holy See. Defend the secret. They worshipped the giants.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, it's just weird to see Steam and PS5 as part of that. I'm like, yeah. World
World
Oh,
premiere.
wait, they say it. I forget that he says it. He has to say it.
はるか昔この国に輪廻の獣が現れた
In-game footage and cinematics.
輪廻の獣は汚れを吐きあらゆる生物を蝕んだ
Is this Everwild? Oh, wait, no, what? Oh god, it's running like shit. Of course it's Game Freak. Hey, reminder, Game Freak is not owned by Nintendo. Which is the funny thing that I kind of forget, like, every now and then. Yeah, but you could tell that the game the game just runs like shit every now and then. Like, thank you for showcasing a trailer in which the gameplay runs like shit. That said, good. At very least, it isn't like fucking, you know, it looks better than Pokemon. But then again, how much? Published by Fictions. Game Freak gets released from the Pokemon mines like every couple years. That's the thing. Like, they make something other than Pokemon every few years.
The glittering streets of Avalon sure do shine.
What? Oh, wait,
Because
no.
they
I was
said
like,
their filth
Bioshock.
dancing
Oh,
us.
wait, no. There's a different game that Microsoft is making that is like Bioshock, but steampunk. There was a moment there. I'm like, that's not. Wait,
Used
no,
to
that's
play
not
in
what
the
they do.
mud.
Oh yeah, no, they still do that. They did it during the 3DS era, too.
Life here ain't for the
There's that
soft-hearted.
shitty fucking 3DS game.
You'll be paying me back
And then there's
until
Harmonite.
You fucking
And then there's Timbo, the badass elephant.
And as sure as shite ain't for the decent.
That's a clean sweep for what
There has been a crime
Very
in the
British
justice
game.
Itself has been affronted. I have been burgled.
Lord Griswick.
Burgled!
Yes, I got that part. Do you know anyone who might wish you ill? We can't arrest and question everyone. Let's see if we can narrow the suspects down a bit.
They were,
Trust your
I hate
instincts,
that
sir.
that thing has
Yes, sir.
button
built
prompts.
Slim, well, muscular. Mm-hmm. Was very quick, agile.
Go on.
With a mustache. No, larger.
I see.
Quite fashionable. That's the fiend who robbed me.
They got my good side this time. Breaking in is the easy part.
Your brandy, sir.
Getting away with it is the real trick.
These candlesticks ain't gold. Worthless and dull, just like you. Nah, I have a customer. How can I help you?
So
talk to
it's
you, Errol.
thief,
Sounds like I'll get a
maybe,
bad
but
deal.
You talk to
I don't
me
know.
first, and him never. Got it?
Uncle's a bit touchy, ain't he, Errol?
Touchy? I say I'm touchy.
There. Anything else you'd care to say to Errol? Brains. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed it.
Round here, it's all sharp edges, empty pockets, and blood on the cobbles.
Goodbye, Silas.
I forget, what did In Exile make? Was it
I'll hurt you, you fucking meat sack. I'll leave you with a busy
was it
You'd
what's
either
it
got a gang at
called?
your back, or a knife
It's
in
the Western game that is kind of like older Fallouts.
it. Them's in charge. They don't keep order. They keep power.
Take this.
I think that's what they made. So they're basically making that exact same thing, like a 3D version.
Broken. And
Let
too
me-
scared to fight back.
What did In Exile make? Hold on.
That's why it pays to be clever and well armed.
Because I know they were like one of the multiple Western Wasteland. There we
Let's go
go.
and end a few arguments.
Wasteland 2. Like, legitimately, Microsoft bought, like, most Western RPG makers, or Western CRPG makers, like, over the course of, like, 4 or 5 years.
And if they can rewrite history, they can rewrite us. But look who just found Mummy's keys. Now I can fiddle with time.
Yeah, I get it, it's Bioshock Infinite, but, like,
The bullet back in the barrel.
you made an RPG.
Bring the chaos to a crawl. Take a mistake and make it like it never happened. We can change the world as we know it. One choice at a time. And I can even go back and change the past to change the future. And let me tell ya, the hunters don't like it when the rabbits got the gun.
But would BioWare even care? What? What does BioWare... Oh, wait. What does BioWare have to do with it? BioWare's dead.
Let me alone and piss off.
Play it anywhere. Day one Game Pass, the game will never sell.
Our
only
creative teams are
certain
dedicated
amounts
to
of
bringing players
Xbox
award-winning,
Game Pass games ever sell, and that's if there's
critically
a very
acclaimed
good
games.
game.
Call of Duty,
But
Black
most of the
Ops 6
time,
from
fucking
Activision,
Microsoft
Doom,
ain't
The
making
Dark
good
Ages from
games.
Bethesda, Diablo 4, Vessel of Hatred from Blizzard, and Avowed from Xbox Game Studios. All of our teams across Xbox First Party are shipping their most played games ever, and they're also delivering more
Most
content
played games
than ever
ever.
before. From original single-player experiences to vast online worlds, our teams are empowered to build
I
the
feel like
games
that's
they've
3
always dreamed
million
of.
players
We
is
want
what
our
they said
players
with
to have the choice
Doom.
and flexibility of where
Big X
and
now.
how they play the games our teams make. So of course, our games will be available day one in Game Pass, and every new game we make for both Xbox consoles and PC will be
And
Xbox
PlayStation.
Play Anywhere.
Well,
On
okay, you
behalf
can't
of
do
our
Play
creative
Anywhere
teams,
because
thank
Sony's
you.
like,
These
you're
experiences
stupid,
don't
sell
stop
your
when you
video
put down the
games.
controller. As you've seen in recent years, more and more of our characters, stories, and worlds are expanding to brand new audiences through TV and film. A Minecraft movie and the Fallout TV series broke records.
Don't
and
bring
brought
up
millions
the
of players into
Minecraft
the game.
movie.
We have more projects in the works.
Like the
as
Fallout
gaming
TV show
continues to
people
influence
like,
film and
but don't
television
bring up
like
the
never
Fallout
before.
movie, and
When it
don't
comes to
show the
growing
chicken
new
jockey scene.
franchises,
Chicken
Obsidian is
jockey.
having a year like no other. From
people
launching a blockbuster new game like Avowed to the upcoming release of The Outer Worlds 2 this October. Obsidian is always delivering great games, and they have a third
I wanna hit
game
the button
launching
again.
this year. You'll get to go deeper on it in our direct, but until then, let's take a look.
I told you, you can't run from me, you foul beast! With new flexible legs, the Yoke Girth action figure can ride anything!
Right this dick.
Breaking news. There's been an explosion at Brook Hollow Park. Chaos descended on a ceremony commemorating the 2-year anniversary of when 4 teenagers were miniaturized against their will.
Oh, come
left to fight for their
on.
Survival in the backyard of a
Did
deranged
anyone
scientist.
really care about
Formerly
Grounded?
evil
I'm
company
I'm blaming
Omni
Flanku for
Technologies
this.
was set to
He
dedicate
brought
a
up
statue of the
Grounded
4
like
teenagers,
two
fast
days
food
ago,
science robot
and like
Rubble, and
that's
Dr.
the
Tully
reason.
when an
That's the reason why this is
explosion
happening.
Dr. Tully and the teenagers' current whereabouts are also unknown.
You gotta keep them separated.
Oh no. No, no. Hello. I heard the copyrighted music and thought of you. Yeah, I know. I have to hit that button, don't I? And there we go. Y'all can't hear it. Have thanks for 3. Grounded 2, because so many people played Grounded 1, didn't they? Totally. Okay, but they're doing it again. They're doing it again. They're releasing it in an early access state. You have Microsoft money, you pieces of shit. Oh wait, I'm sorry, Game Pass. How do you think you're going to get funded? Like, the point of early access is that you sell the game early so that you have money flowing in to help fund the game. Early access on a Game Pass-like system is fucking ridiculous because you're not getting as much money, period, because nobody's buying the video game. Also, this is, I know it's Bloober Team. I think this one was the one that was also Polish, and we saw like the person making the chess. This doesn't look terrible, but the only Bloober Team game I've ever played was The Medium. So maybe a game where you actually get to shoot. Like, I know people like the Silent Hill 2 one. I don't have enough effort to actually push myself forward to play that when it's like twice as long as what Silent Hill 2... Sorry, 3 times as long as what Silent Hill 2 was. But a new IP, I'm more willing to sit back and play from Bloober. Oh, non-game scene. There was one that I was just like, yay. I think Meat Boy was about the closest. Is this the Elder Scrolls Online? Yeah, this is the Elder Scrolls Online. Whoops, I hit the wrong button.
Thought about killing myself.
The A3D Meat Boy isn't new? Hello, welcome, wait, shut up. I hit the wrong button. Okay, and also hello, Saucy Pup. I don't know what causes the Elder Scrolls Online to continuously get stuff. I'm not sure who actually plays it. Like, at very least, I can understand... Like, I can still understand from the standpoint of, like, why people still play, like, WoW. But I don't know the person who plays Elder Scrolls Online. Music was off. I turned it off because it's like fucking I think that was like the Beatles, and they're more litigious.
World premiere.
I don't know. It sounded like the Beatles. In-game footage and cinematics.
Mayday! Mayday! Hope 1 to mission control. We're falling. Thomas, the ship's breaking apart. There's no time. Evacuate now. Thomas, come in.
Ariane, you sacrificed everything for a new world to save mankind, and I'll always thank you for that.
Yeah, okay, so now I can just fall asleep again. I can hit this button again, because that's how I feel about Dotenod.
Thought about killing myself.
Also, the fucking DMCA songs again. Like, the real music is playing again. Like, I forget what the song's called, but I've heard it before in movies, so... Why do I feel like this is, like, Space Tomb Raider? Okay, good. Good. Okay, I think the song is over. And a dinosaur. The European Space Agency. What? Where? World premiere.
Welcome to England, Mr. David. I know this must be a shock, having never met your real father, but he left you this hotel in his will. It's been in your family for generations, much like the caretaker. He's a little eccentric. You'll see.
Let me welcome you to the Grand, a hotel famous across the land. Every room used to be in such high demand. Your wish I'll command here at the Grand.
Well, hello there. It looks like you're about to do some renovations. Would you like some help with that?
So, my father was renovating the hotel when he disappeared?
Not just the hotel.
What is this?
The entire village. You have his power tools.
Hit the button.
You know, you could pick up what you left off. You
Thought about killing myself.
Just make sure the locals don't get wind of what you're really up to. Because if they find out, they will Wicker Man your ass.
You keep looking into things, and things are gonna start looking bad. Don't make the same mistake your father made. In this place, the only one you can really trust is me.
Did they just ghost maybe the police have people. There are no ghosts at the Grand. Wait, who's making it? I don't know. Some randos. Play anywhere with Game Pass. Okay, this is a world premiere, so this gets to be like Everwild or Contraband or Fable. Oh wait, no, it's Age of Mythology. Never mind.
And when we need their help, they send us a hero. Who would have guessed the defender of my homeland would be my daughter?
She unlocked the heavenly spear, but is she worthy?
Wait, why is this still going? Why is the head pad still going? Hold on, I gotta change that. Slop. I don't know. I don't think Age of Mythology is a slop.
You can't rule if the heavenly spear is mine.
Because it's like a genre that isn't slop filled. No, go. Just no.
주권 국가의 자주적 결정을 누가 허락하는가?
In
만약
game
이 결정이
footage.
패권 국가의 특정 정치 집단의 이익을 저해한다면 당신의 특정 행동이 대중의 의사결정에 영향을 미칠 수 있으며 반대로 누군가는 당신의 의사결정에 영향을 주려 한다는 것을 인지할 때 자신만의 온전한 입장을 세울 수 있지 않을까? 당신의 입장은 온전한 본인의 판단인가? 그렇게 믿고 있거나 믿고 싶을 뿐.
It's Asian, so probably venomous of PI Korean. In-game footage is different than in-engine footage, and I can actually believe a city skyline is more like in-game footage than nothing, right? Like, is this in-game footage? Yeah. Is it a lot of like animations that have to be played out? Yes. Like, nothing right this second looks any worse than like any other thing that I've seen.
지정태.
Okay. I'm getting invading footage of actual gameplay. They showed some. It's a spliced. But like it does nothing to me because it seems to be mostly shooter.
E ora olaiem loite fativi. Novo. Te kemaite mana. Muite unanite waiora.
I wonder how many of these were at like that Southeast Asian event that I did not want to cover. Like showing in-game footage, which people kept calling them out how fake it was. Well, I mean, to a large degree, I can understand from a standpoint early in a game's development of going higher fidelity because you can do that. But then when you start adding in other elements, it becomes very unoptimized and then you have to fucking reduce fidelity. But there's that, and there's absolute bullshit like fucking Killzone 2. Like, there's a difference between, let's say, people getting really mad about like the puddles in Spider-Man 1 for the PS4 and fucking like what Killzone 2 did. Apparently the first game was a Dave game. What? What do you mean the first game? Which first game? No mention about Watch Dogs? Oh yeah, Watch Dogs was equally as bad. Because that was definitely, we're shooting for something higher than what was currently available. Because that was the same year that the fucking Wii U like was announced and kind of shown, and everybody was like, wow, that must be like, that must be aiming for like what Wii U can do. And no, it wouldn't been until like fucking PS4 and 5.
Well, hello there. Beautiful day to relax by the old fishing hole, wouldn't you say? When it comes
We
to
know.
fishing,
You showed
Appalachia is a
30
land
minutes
swim
of
with
this
opportunity.
beforehand.
Yes, you'll find fish of all flavors in every walk of waterway.
Legitimately,
From
the
its
starting
mightiest
soon
rivers
for this
to its
fucking
humblest
Microsoft
ponds.
event was
Just step
them
up to the
showing
bank,
30 minutes
cast
of
your line,
Fallout
and when your bobber
76
starts
fishing.
bobbing, reel in the rewards. What do you got on there, Jed? Worms. And how are they biting today? See for yourself. Bagging the big fish starts with finding the right tools for the job. There are as many unique combinations of rods, reels, bobbers, and baits as there are fish in the sea. And when you've caught your fill, pop over to the local tackle shop to swap fish tails. Can you smell that? No matter what troubles plague the future wastelands of Appalachia,
Isn't it weird that
you can
like
always find
fishing
comfort
took
in
this long to
cozy
be
little
added
joys
in?
like this.
I don't know.
You
To
just
make it
gotta
follow
know where to look.
76 Hack and Pecky. They're
Vault
going to
Life is
continue.
your ticket to easy living.
No.
Design and build your own little slice of paradise. A place to show off all the bits and bobs you collect in your travels. Got a green thumb? Plant your own peaceful vegetable garden. And nothing warms the heart like a neighborhood cookout.
Wow.
Community makes a wasteland a waste home. Join today, and tomorrow you'll be kicking back and sharing a meal with friends in beautiful Appalachia.
That's it. It's fucking. They have to
World
always show
premiere.
like Fallout 76. Anime. Oh, never mind. It's that thing that like people like, and I've never watched a single thing of. Thought about killing us. I never watched Solo Leveling, so my opinion upon this is nothing. It's slop, don't bother. I don't want a narrative experience. I want to stare at an anime woman have various chests and an action-filled haze. So you just want a different type of slop, Maverick. You just want Gooner slop instead of other slop. That's all you want to do.
World premiere.
I just want to play a good video game. Now this I can hit. Wait, hold on. This I can hit the button.
Thought about killing myself.
This looks fake as shit. Why is the fucking head pats? What's causing head pat to? But no, this is fake. This is 100%. Well, maybe not. There is actual like frame rate issues, so maybe it isn't as fake as I would like to think. I get like this. You know what? No, this is probably mobile game slop put on console. And like that was nothing. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I kind of understand. Like, we need.
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's
Hey,
Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I just
man,
wanna say
you
thanks
look
to everyone
so
for all the love and support we've seen since we
old.
announced Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 a few months ago. These games have changed my life, but more than that, I've seen them help spread a love and appreciation.
Once
for
again,
skating
they
all
decided
over
to
the
make
world,
4
and that
classic
means
mode
everything to
type
me
of
too.
thing.
I
But
can't wait for
hey,
you all
you
to
can
experience
adjust the
game. It's
timer,
been rebuilt with so much
which is
care and attention
stupid.
to
Just
detail,
don't have the
with some brand
timer
new
and make
parts,
it missions.
New music, new skaters, and more. And you can enjoy it all with your friends with up to 8 players in multiplayer. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 officially drops July 11th, and we have a lot more surprises to come.
They
Check out
dragged
the
his
launch
composite
trailer
body to promote the game. Yeah, they did. That's it? Oh, wait, okay, no, never mind. It's like, here. Like. I know I know this is DMCA music, so I'm just going ahead and muting. Okay, so yeah, that's the carnival from 4 that you have to unlock. Yeah, they're showing off the 4 levels, aren't they? Alcatraz. That's 3's. The zoo. London.
Hey, listen!
This is a new level. Hey, Ninja Turtles. If we're getting SpongeBob, I guess they're just partnering with Nickelodeon for some of this shit. I am nowhere near that old. On one hand, I'm kind of curious. Okay, Foundry from Play to Dimbo. Foundry's from 2 on the Xbox. Okay. But, like, I really dislike the fact that they've kind of, like, decided not to actually just do 4 correctly still, and it has a timer, and it's like, why is there a timer? It's the Fortnite Pro Skater. It's another. They made lesbians born. They're sisters. Okay, well, yeah, that would make whatever. Gay slob. Unless they're sword sisters. Wow! Look at the fucking frame rate! Shake a shit. Okay, no, they're real sisters. People make Walk the Same, can only make Walk the Sims. I really don't care. Gayans. Golden. Hey, it's Gears! Hey, it's Gears 1! Original. Experience it again! Now on PS5. Okay, you can't do this without playing Mad World, because like that's the big thing that people remember about Mad World. What? What? Yeah, it's coming to PS5. That's on the announcement for this game from like a while back. It's like
looks like they upgraded. Bowser, baby.
Yo, it's Coltrane. Remember Coltrane?
Let's do this.
This is gonna be awesome.
It also has that fucking PC exclusive shit. See? There it is, the PS5 logo, right there. Yeah. Yeah, they're doing it again. They're doing it again.
World premiere.
Alright, I think it's just like an enhanced port. Alright, I think technically it's a enhanced port of the Ultimate Edition that came out on the Xbox One. Here's Persona. I'm gonna change everything about Revival. That's all you're doing? I really like how that's your teaser. Like, we know. We know because the VAs came out and said, hey, by the way, we're not in it, and then not knowing that, like, that shit didn't get announced.
Smugglers League
It's funny.
is always there. But you won't see
Yeah.
us.
Not just Yuri. It was also Chie's VA, Yukiko's VA. Both came out and said the exact same thing.
That's what we wanted.
Sea of Thieves. Hey, Rare's 40 years old? Holy shit, I wonder if they've made anything since Sea of Thieves.
And don't forget the rum.
It's a life of danger like no other. So I guess my question is, can you handle that?
Like, I don't give a shit one way or the other about that schnitzel. I'm just saying, like, the VAs came out.
Is what we're really after. The bigger the boom, the better.
They made a game with someone's original camera.
Smugglers need to be adaptable. It's more than moving under moonlight and shadows. You should be ready to take advantage of others' misfortune. Stealing,
I know, this is funny. They all had a common thread. It's like,
just do whatever it takes to get the job done. You are pirates after all.
Welcome, my friends, to the Smugglers League. You're paying for that.
you can't sit. That's my. That hurts so much. I just see the season 17 and go, can Rare do anything else? Is this like the only thing that makes Microsoft money, and that's the reason why? Because hey, remember they announced
premiere.
They announced a fucking other game. They announced Everwild, and of course it doesn't seem to exist.
Please, come on.
It's The Boys, isn't it? No, oh wow, okay, it's Invincible, never mind.
Not even close.
I just saw people getting, like, fucking eviscerated, and I was like, it's one of the two. But then Platonic went belly up. Yeah, it seems like that shit was like, oh, they got investor money, and then, like, then that investor money dried up. Like, okay, we're going to fucking publish games now, and then none of those games did well because, of course, they didn't.
I hoped you'd understand why I
Like,
had to do
and Platonic only made 2 games.
or die.
They made Yooka-Laylee, and then they made Impossible Lair, and Impossible Lair is actually a pretty alright game.
I'd like to propose a third option.
And, like, and then you're like, okay, maybe they can make a different game, and then they didn't.
I'm going to throw you off this planet for good. I trusted you.
So it's a fighting game. Wait, can you even do this? Is there even enough characters in Invincible for this to be worth it? Okay, is there enough characters in Invincible to do an MVC game? Like, Marvel, I can understand, because there is plenty of Marvel characters, so you can have a tag fighter. One property feels like there's not enough. The comics, maybe? Maybe? Oh. I forgot. Remake and Rebirth were not on Xbox. Remake no one's buying that though. You have better chance of that coming to PC. Even 16. Like, you're not going to get any sales. We already know this. We know this from Final Fantasy XIV. We know this from every other time. Like, if you want to play these games now, you have a PC. It's funny that it's taken this long, but also it's just like when these games come to Switch 2, it's just like, at very least, Nintendo, like, people who play Nintendo games or only play Nintendo games might actually buy a Final Fantasy. I don't believe that with an Xbox player. That's already happened. You've had PC versions a while. Oh, okay, 16's available. Okay, if 16's available today, that just means that it's digital only. The 3 actual players playing on Xbox, yeah. That's funny to me. It's like, okay. Like, oh wow, Double Fine is actually making a video game. Remember when I kept on talking about how, like, Double Fine hasn't done anything? I think I made fun of something, like, about Tim Schafer recently. I'm like, yeah, you're fucking shit. You haven't made a game in a while. And it's very obviously why you haven't made a game in a while. And that's mostly because of, So, one of the things about Double Fine, which is kind of why they made a bunch of different games, was that, like, they had a policy of you can bring ideas to the table, and they are your own ideas. So if you know, if we don't use them, you can still have this idea, and, like, it's yours. But then the moment, like, fucking Microsoft came along, they're like, yeah, no, if you have an idea and we don't use it, it's still our idea. When I pin bunch back game, yep. I remember that too. Like, you would think that, like, the problem of Tim Schafer is that he comes in over budget and, like, over time, or, like, he can't actually manage anything. And that's the big fucking issue. That's one of the reasons why, like, Double Fine got sold to Microsoft, is because Psychonauts 2
Games like Psychonauts 2 showed how
just
Double Fine
was running
excels
out of
at
money
creating
because
unique
Tim Schafer
and
can't
innovative
manage shit.
experiences. And Keeper is no exception. Looking ahead,
Yeah, no,
next year marks 25 years of Xbox. It's a big milestone for the platform and franchises that
But yeah,
you helped
Double Fine
build
exists
and
as
make
like
popular.
a
We
Microsoft
couldn't have done this without everyone who's been
studio.
with us on this journey. As we think about bringing a new generation of players to
So-
these iconic franchises,
So as a
I'm
as a
excited to
reminder,
share that players will
we
get
still haven't
to
seen
celebrate
what
25 years of Xbox with a
we
new
haven't seen Fable.
the next Forza, Gears of War E-Day, and the return of a classic that's been with us since the beginning. Today, you've seen
Cameo
incredible
elements
range
of
games
power.
from creators across
If
the
this
globe.
is it,
Creators like In Exile, reaching for new heights with Clockwork Revolution.
we didn't see Fable,
Flutterfly,
so that's
making
fucked.
Team Meat's
That
modern
game is
classic
still
platformer
fucked.
into
We didn't
3D.
see Contraband, a game that I always bring
bringing
up.
more of the critically acclaimed Final Fantasy franchise to our players. And Team Ninja returning to the beloved series they debuted on Xbox.
Yeah, it's
You've
nice.
also seen the next Xbox hardware release, our Xbox Ally handheld.
It's just a
which
rock
lets you
ally,
bring
you
your
fuck.
Xbox
Don't
experience
stop
and your
saying
library
that.
with you anywhere. I hope you enjoyed the breadth and depth of the games, updates, and experiences that are coming to Xbox from our partners and our own creative teams. We're seeing more players on our platform and in our games than ever.
Because you keep
Thanks to all
calling
of you.
everything an
We're proud of the
Xbox.
creativity that Obsidian
Ah,
is
yes.
delivering
Did you know
this
your
year.
PC is an Xbox?
Immediately
Therefore,
after
you know, we have a
Showcase,
lot
our
of players on
direct begins,
Xbox.
where you'll go inside the studio for an
I
extended
don't want to be happy
look
tomorrow.
at
You
the
just
Outer
want to be
Worlds
horny.
2 and Grounded 2.
Fucking.
Thanks for
I don't
joining
know.
us
Go
today.
find them. Go
But
to
before
Steam
we
and
get
find
into
all
the
them
direct,
horny games.
We have a final world premiere. Enjoy.
Halo 1 remastered.
World premiere.
That's a butterfly.
Welcome to the Guild. We have been expecting you. Please, follow me.
Wait, did we even
You
see
already
Perfect
know us
Dark?
as a global tech leader. Our software, our system,
We haven't seen Perfect
combined
Dark.
with our skilled team, is designed to save lives. Your years of
That's
service
fucked,
have
I
shown
bet.
you the importance of our work.
We haven't seen Everwild.
You'll witness the global scope of that mission in action. Let me introduce you to our esteemed visionary.
For too long, we have been bound by outdated systems, accepting limitations.
The
instead of
con-
redefining them.
no, that's.
The
Didn't they
Guild
kill
is
Halo?
safeguarding
It-
tomorrow, now. We are pioneering the future of protection worldwide. Our advancements are designed to elevate everyday life, reshaping the future of technology on a global scale.
First of all, no game, no hype. Them's are the rules.
CEO of the Guild.
Please don't be a DMCA song. I don't want to hit the button again. Yeah, thank you. I love Enter the Sandman. Enter the Sandman is now currently playing upon this cinema. Once again, though, fucking. Just tell us what it is and stop jerking us around. Okay, good. They stopped doing song. They stopped doing song. Now they started to do it. Or maybe it's I don't know. This is your fucking reveal? It's a goddamn Call of Duty? Your reveal is a game that releases every year. Your finale is a game that fucking releases every goddamn fucking year. No, we're not watching goddamn fucking, whatever. Fuck. Where's my source toggles? Xavier, hey, hello, Torvar. I need to walk it back. Like, God. Your world premiere finale is that the next Call of Duty is a sequel to the previous Call of Duty. That we're going straight into Black Ops 7 because I guess that's the only thing that sells. And you released a cinematic trailer. And that's your big game. Your big game to end on is the same thing that you used to just have in, like, the middle of the show. I want to do something. I'm gonna grab the showcase from hit the suicide button. I think it's a lot more meh. Okay, so here we go. This is from last year. Okay, Black Ops 6 came out, don't care. Indiana Great Circle came out, don't care. E-Day was like legitimately your fucking big reveal at the end. But where was that? Nowhere. Who the fuck cares? Doom the Dark Ages came out and crashed. Avowed came out and crashed. Diablo 4 don't care. Flight Simulator. This is one of the first years we did not have a flight simulator. Like, right then, right there. Warcraft doesn't care. Dragon Age came out and fucking crashed. Same thing with Shadows. Stalker 2 came out and I did think did pretty good. Forgot that Aether Mythologies came out. Fable, that wasn't here. And that showed up at, like, nearly every single event for 5 years or 4 years. Which I think that game's in trouble. Every time I've ever saw it, it was always cinematics and canned animations. There's nothing. You have not seen gameplay of fucking Fable. I am sorry. Mixtape, we saw that earlier. I don't care. Perfect Dark didn't show up. And that thing had, like, gameplay footage last year. Supposed gameplay footage. Where the fuck is that? Expedition 33 came out. I think that is one of the best games of this year. South of Midnight came out. I don't give two flying fucks and know that nobody else does. Same thing with Starfield. State of Decay 3, I'm not sure if that came out. Wu Chang Fallen Feathers is still not out, but was shown at, I think, the Keighley show. Nobody cares about that. Delta still hasn't come out. Nobody cares about Fallout 76 or Life is Strange, which actually did come out. Sea of Thieves is always there. Atomfall did come out, but nobody talks about it. But I've heard good things from it. Flintlock came out and died on impact. I'm not sure what this is. I can barely tell. Let's see. Image. Winter Burrow. Maybe it came out. I'm not sure. Same thing with Fragpunk. Mecha Break comes out in a couple. Like, there was no moment like Expedition 33 at this show. Like, if I wanted to talk about, like, this entire thing last year, like, Doom the Dark Ages looked great up until release. And Expedition 33 was, like, the holy shit moment. It's a D. It is It is worse than Keeley's show. Because I feel like even Keeley, like, had that moment of, like, here's Resident Evil 9, here's Stranger Than Heaven. Where now I'm very interested in Stranger Than Heaven, considering that the first trailer had 1913, and the second trailer had 1943. Which means that this might be a game that takes place over the course of a century, or you go back and forth. But fuck. Let's see. I'm just going to see what this is. We'll use the PC Gamer one, right? Okay. All right. Your last world premiere is no, I do not want PC Gamer to do that. Is like Black Ops 7. That is your last. Double Fine Keeper doesn't look Invincible 2D fighting game I don't care about. We knew about that. Spiritfarer makes a side scroller that looks meh. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3+4. I'm still not sure if I would ever get it. Because of how they do 4. Don't care about solo leveling. Don't care about that. What was it? There was at least one thing that made me go, oh, that's neat. Maybe Pokemon can make a game that actually runs good. I don't know. Game Freak could. We knew about Ninja Gaiden 4. Super Meat Boy going 3D is neat. Yeah, I think the only cool thing for me, like, we knew about Ninja Gaiden 4. That got revealed like 4 or 5 months ago. Super Meat Boy. That's it. That's the showstopper for me. Super Meat Boy. Maybe Beast of Reincarnation might be good because it's not on the Switch or Switch 2. Still no... Lala, it'll be available at launch in Game Pass when the Ally releases next year. It showed up. It technically showed up. It showed up the second time this year. It exists. It has no date. You sat back and go, the Xbox handheld is real. Fuck you, PC Gamer. The Xbox handheld is not real. It is a modified Ace... You even say it here. It's a modified version of the Asus ROG Ally. The Asus ROG Ally uses Windows as its system OS. That's it. Oh my god, it runs Game Pass. Well, holy shit, it has Windows. Of course it has Game Pass. Unless you're making a version of Windows that is slim enough to not to actually get more performance out of the hardware. Because as a reminder, Windows 11 is like the biggest piece of shit OS in the world, but like half the features of these new CPUs to take advantage of the new features of like what is it, the AMD CPU, like the good AMD CPU, to actually really utilize the AMD CPU, you have to have Windows fucking 11, but Windows 11 itself is a gigantic piece of shit. It's like, wow, oh look, the Xbox had this is like sitting back, oh shit. I can't think of it's like saying that like the fucking that we made an Android handheld. And all of it is a tablet with two controllers at beside each other.
Listen.
Guy has some hopes. No, here's the thing. Accountism, I don't have fucking dementia. If I'm sitting back here and saying, "Oh yeah, where the fuck is Contraband?" A game Okay. Playing the game again. You got 10 seconds. Name me the studio that's making Contraband. No one? No? Anyone? Game Freak Monaco. No. See? Contraband is a game that got announced 3 years ago or 4 years ago. I think it was either into 2021. So yeah, it was 4 years ago at the Microsoft Showcase. It's made by Avalanche, or is being made by Avalanche. It was just a CGI trailer. We know nothing about that game. It has been 4 years. You were just sitting back and jerking it. You were showing it as like a way of Microsoft has games, but then where is it? Same thing with Everwild. Where the fuck is Everwild? You announced a game that you didn't even know what it was. I'll be honest, this is probably the most I've ever gone in. Like, I feel like there's nothing here that's even remotely interesting from any standpoint. Like, there's nothing. There was nothing like Expedition 33, where you looked at it and then it blows your mind because it was a RPG. I feel like there's a couple things missing from here. Like, there's games that I'm sitting back and being announced, and I'm like, why? Like Grounded 2, why? Why are you making a Grounded 2? And why is it an early access game? You have, unless Microsoft is not willing to give you money. But you're not going to make money because everybody's just going to play it on Game Pass. Because every first-party game goes to Game Pass. So what money are you making? The beta testers pay them. With what? With what money, Maverick? Who's buying Grounded 2? No one. No one's buying Grounded 2 because it's coming to Game Pass. Unless for some reason Game Preview is not covered on the Game Pass. I don't know what I expected out of this. I feel like the most I was actually expecting was maybe there'll be a bunch of third parties here that would have been at least reasonably decent. Because that's what it usually is. Like, I don't go into these events, like, especially Microsoft, going, oh yeah, I can't wait to see the next Microsoft game. Because I really haven't. But man, for some reason, I didn't have an excited feeling. Like, it's more like, optimistic. Like, not like, I wouldn't even say I had low expectations. It's just like, I don't know what would be here outside of the games Microsoft already announced. And usually, it's this show or Sony's that you get like a big like a bigger game. Bet LF to L. They just say no one. I don't know. It'd be a waste of money. But when the most excited I got was that like you have Super Meat Boy in 3D, and it looks pretty great for 3D. That's saying a lot, I guess. In the like the Game Freak game, if it runs well. I feel like there was something else. And like, okay, you did the date, you did the teaser, and it's like, okay, here's this area. I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm sorry, Invincible getting a tag fighter is weird because like, do you have enough characters? Like a fighting game, it relies upon its characters, and a tag fighter relies even more on its characters. Like you have to have a decent amount. It's the reason why I sat back and said, like, when Tokon Fighting Spirits released or got shown off, that okay, Marvel, you need to make sure there's a decent amount of characters, especially Arc System Works. You need to make sure there's a decent amount of characters, a good base roster of like 20 or 30. I don't even think Invincible has like 20 characters to really offer. So I guess it gets to be kind of like Nin Impact, where I'm not even sure how many those have. Yeah, it might be a fighter situation in which you have like 5 Gokus. But at very least, I know of like when you considered like the whole of Dragon Ball and like even into Super, and especially like when you have games like Xenoverse, which do have a decent amount of characters, I can still like point to 20 or 30 characters within Dragon Ball that could potentially be fighters. That isn't Goku and Vegeta 20 times over. Because, I mean, besides Goku and Vegeta, you have Broly, you have movie villains like fucking, like Janemba and fucking, BoJack. But like even Frieza or the Ginyu Force or, you know, Raditz, Nappa, you know, Boo, Kid Boo, because those two or Super and Kid Boo would be very different, and fucking, you know, Videl or Deborah. Have any of these Hello Slargak, have any of these showcases been good so far? I think that the only showcase that was good in the past week was Sony's. And that's because it was mostly third parties. Hold on. Let me... Oh, God. What was the Sony state of... Let me look this one up. All announcements and trailers. Let me do this. We'll just Black Ops 6. Astrobot's getting new levels. Baby steps no one care about. Hey, we got to see Bloodstain. The second Bloodstain game. That's great. Bloodstain 1 is a very good game. It looks like it's going to be kind of like Portrait of Ruin, where you have 2 different characters that are able to switch. You're able to switch between? Yeah, press a button. So it's Portrait of Ruin with like I forget what the guy's name is. but it's written by the person who did Order of Ecclesia. Karen Don't Care, another release date, another trailer for Time Stranger, another trailer for Hot Shots Golf. Final Fantasy Tactics gets like a version where you get to play the original. Nobody cared about Ghost of Yota. Hirogami looked kind of neat. First Light seemed pretty alright. Luminous Arise, which is like Luminous, but like you get the Tetris effect thing. So it's made by like the person who made Rez. So you're going to have a decent experience. Tokon Fighting Souls, which looked alright gameplay wise. I have so many questions. Period. Delta Snake Eater, which is funny because I think I mentioned this when I was watching it. There's a close-up shot of Snake in the water, and like I get like a double take because I like go, was that TAA that I saw? And I can show this right. Oh, fuck off. Hey, do y'all want to know when I was born? No. Please enter your birthday. Wait, where did my mouse go? Okay, fine. Alright. Like...
Patrol here. We have evidence of an enemy intruder. Commence alert for...
If you ever want to know what TAA looks like, it's that. This is almost a blink and you miss it moment. Look at the crocodile head.
Where did he go?
It fucking started ghosting. The NVIDIA link hasn't missed yet because it was a leak. It wasn't like a rumor. Fucking why would you keep that in? Why would you keep it in where the fucking crocodile head moved and it ghosts like that? Did you not think that looked bad? You could even see it in like frame by frame. Wait, how do I advance a frame? Wait, here we go. Wait, is this how you advance a frame? How do you advance a frame? Oh, wrong buttons, right? No? You can kind of see that it's trying to, like, it goes kind of weirdly transparent. This is captured on the PS5 Pro. How the fuck did that happen? Anyways. And I even made mention, like, was that, like, weird TAA? Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, that's neat. Especially considering that it's rollback game code on, like, a bunch of fucking games, including, like, Mortal Kombat Advance. We already knew about this game, but Ragebound getting a date, that looks neat. Neo 3 got an announcement trailer and looks great. I didn't play the demo. I forgot about it. Pragmata showed back up. I'm not really sure how to feel because I'm not really sure like if that gameplay looked great or not. Like it's more like it kind of seemed pretty meh. Don't care about the final. Romeo's the Dead Man looked great because it's a Suda 51 game. This ended up being, I was like, I mentioned this being fake as shit. It is a fucking mobile game. It is gotcha slop. Silent Hill F, you know what? Actually, like, as I kind of sat back and thought about it, this might actually be the first good Silent Hill. I mean, we have the guy who made Higurashi writing it, so there's always a chance. Sword of the Sea, Journey 2, didn't care about that. That had a neat idea, but, like, I'm not really sure. And, like, overall, this was pretty alright. It's like, there's new games, there are, like, games that I feel like people wanted. But, in games that, like, from people who haven't made a game in a while. And it's such a vastly different state. Hell, the only thing I can sit back and say about the Microsoft showcase tonight, or today, is that, at least it's shorter than Jeff's event. It's really Silent Hill if Harry Mason is being completely unfazed. I mean, granted, like, that's not... He's not in Silent Hill 2... Asterisk, asterisk, fucking UFO ending doesn't count. But, like... Like, a lot of that was... all. Like, one of your big announcements is that, like, games that came... Final Fantasy 16 is out to the 3 people who will buy 16 on the Xbox Series X and S. Yeah, it's been on PC for a while. You revealed a fucking... Maybe there was something else here. This is the IGN one. Fucking, there are no ghosts at the Grand. I don't care. That's Don't Nod being nothing. You know what? Chronos might be decent, but like I already knew about that. We saw that like a year ago. And as I said, I might look at Beast and Reincarnation if it's actually pretty good. But Super Meat Boy 3D is like the best game this show. Your Xbox handheld is legitimately a fucking ROG Ally that just, I guess, has Game Pass. It just Xbox. You can do get Xbox. You just have an Xbox button. You just have an Xbox button. It's weird. It's like, no. This is like sitting back and saying that fucking Microsoft had like VR headsets, which even I kind of said. But at very least, when Microsoft had the VR headset, it was like, oh, they had their own like system level API stuff that also was integrated within Windows. So like that at least made a little bit more sense. And then, of course, they killed it, and is one of the other reasons why I won't get fucking Windows 11, because the headset that I have, which is a, what is it, Samsung Odyssey Plus, or no, one of those. It was like Odyssey Plus headset. Like, they killed all support for the thing on Windows 11 in an update to the point that it bricks your fucking headsets. And so we get a hot topic. Everything's Slargek. Everything's an Xbox. Everything's an Xbox. My PS5 over there is an Xbox. It can play Gears of War. It gets to play Gears of War this year. High on Life 2 had an announcement, and I sat back and I went, really? And it fucking, it didn't even get like any gameplay. It was mostly seemingly CG trailer. And like, I'm trying to think whether or not I hate this more than the Switch 2 event. Because that's my judgment, right? Because I thought the Switch 2 event was like one of the worst I've ever seen, especially on the North American end, where like the video feed shot itself because they fucked up the encoding. But it was okay on like the European end. But that's not true strength. Switching over to the European feed was not true strength. True strength is allowing Nintendo to shit its pants right in front of me. But then again, Nintendo ended with Bonanza. Nintendo ended up with a game that I would want. You ended with fucking COD Blops. You ended with COD Blops. Okay. Anyways, I rambled on for 40 minutes on like, man, fuck this. I'll see you guys tonight for the Chibi. No, here's the problem, Lala. I'm awake now. Microsoft has angered me into being awake. But I will see you guys tonight at 10 for Chibi Robo. I really need to do time for a rage fap. I don't do that. I'll send y'all somewhere. I fucking don't know where. Let me just see who's around that I don't get to raid. Or maybe I should just. I'm not sure. You know what? No, fuck it. Y'all don't get a raid. I'm too angry to raid. Oh no. The Canada Wi-Fi. Fuck. I need to kill the fucking 7th gen, and this is like something else. Anyway, you know what? Fuck it. Y'all don't get a raid. You get me like you just. We're gonna stand here. We're gonna fucking you go wherever. I don't care. Bye.